What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about the Hurricane Heist. Um, so this is from the director of the Fast and Furious, Rob Cohen. And the story is that these two brothers, when they were younger, their dad was killed by a hurricane with a face. And yes, the hurricane actually has a face. And it kills their dad. One of them kind of becomes a slacker who, parties and drinks. The other one becomes a weatherman so that he can help to stop these awful hurricanes with faces that are killing people all over the world. Um, Years later, the younger brother comes back into town because he's monitoring a potential storm that could turn into a hurricane. He thinks it's going to be one of the biggest hurricanes ever, but all of his colleagues are like, "Oh, you silly weatherman, whatever." Anyway, he drives this vehicle that looks like something Tony Stark would have. It's like a completely armored like SUV tank with every piece of technology you could imagine on the inside of it. I don't know why he has it. I don't know how he got it, but this thing is like the coolest, maybe the coolest car ever. It's just ridiculous that this weatherman has it. So anyway, at the same time all that's going on, he's trying to save his brother and get him out of town because he knows the storm's coming in. His brother happens to be the repairman for the federal treasury, so he's being summoned to the treasury because the backup generator is malfunctioning. And whenever the female federal agent leaves the treasury to go find the brother, as soon as she leaves, the place is taken over by a heist crew. So she's supposed to bring him back. The other brother's trying to get the brother to leave. There's a heist going on. There's a hurricane going on. And that's this movie. I know it sounds complicated, but when you watch the movie, it's actually all pretty dumb. So it fills in pretty quick. This is basically a big budget version of a sci-fi original. It's absolutely ludicrous. Nothing makes any sense. I did appreciate that they tried to put in some emotional beats and a little bit of character development, and they did it wisely, like in the downtime. But honestly, there's not a lot of downtime in this movie. The pacing is really good. It's got not very much time between like big, stupid set pieces, and it does have a lot of them. If you like weather-related disaster movies, this one hits all the right notes. At least it did for me. It's got cool destruction. It's got just wild action chase scenes. It's got a ridiculous scene where they're trying to pull down a cell tower. It's got shootouts. It's got explosions. It's got a scene that's reminiscent of in Twister when they tethered themselves to the foundation of the house. Only in this movie, that technique is like weaponized, so it's even cooler. It's dumb. This movie's dumb, but it's super fun. It's ridiculous. It's all white trashy. The whole movie is. The guy who played the traveling salesman in the British Office, he's in this as the bad guy. Absolutely camps it up, just dials it up. It's ridiculous. Maggie Grace actually tries to play it somewhat straight. Hers is probably the best overall performance in the movie. Everybody else is pretty like campy, and I mean it's fun, but it's just not that good. The guy who plays like the weatherman stumbles over all of his lines. He's so awkward. I don't know how he got the part, but it's hilarious and it's wonderful. The best performance in this movie, though, has to be Melissa Bologna. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. She is so vapid and vacant in this movie, and she's supposed to be playing like a charismatic, high-level hacker, which is maybe the most bizarre casting since Denise Richards is a scientist in that James Bond movie. Anyway, she has no soul. She's just the vacant, dead eyes, and it's almost like she's playing a real doll. Like there's just nothing there, and it's so fucking funny. I can't help it. Like her performance is so bizarre. I don't understand why she was cast, but I loved it. I thought she was just so unsettling and strange. Overall, this movie was a lot of fun. It's obviously very dumb, so if you need like a deep story or good characters or good acting, you're not gonna like the Hurricane Heist. But if you just like big dumb action / disaster movies, this is one. It's got silly quotable dialogue. It's just got ridiculous stereotypes, absolutely ludicrous set pieces that are super fun but make no sense whatsoever. So it's just gonna kind of depend on how you feel about B movies, whether or not you're gonna like Hurricane Heist. But it does what I believe it should have done, which is what Geostorm should have done, was just pile on the ridiculousness. And I'm really glad that these kind of movies can actually make it to a theater. That's my review of the Hurricane Heist. You can see it in theaters as of this video, but I'm sure it'll eventually come out on home video like everything else. If you want to read my full write-up of the Hurricane Heist, you can go to markfusion.com to read that and over 1,000 other movie reviews. There's also hundreds and hundreds of movie reviews in this YouTube playlist. Watching those really helps me out. If there's any movies in there that you're curious about, watching those is a great way to help me out. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at MarkFusion. Patreon for $5 a month. You get exclusive videos. Letterboxd, I diary what I'm watching there so you can get an idea of what might be popping up here. But the best way you can help me out is just to hit that sub button if you like the videos, and to watch some of the older ones if there's anything that catches your eyes. Those are free, easy, direct, concrete ways to help me out immensely, help me grow the site and continue to make content. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to whoever decided to release the Hurricane Heist in theaters. It was so cool to see like a big, dumb B movie up on the big screen. It was a lot of fun, even though it's a terrible movie. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon.